I went to a university open day knowing that it was going to be my insurance choice.
They showed us an example of the softwares that we'd be using, which kind of, looking back at it now, I wish that they just put it on the projector and they would send me that in an accessible way.
I have never had a chance to join the open day at the university because as an international student, we usually have no chance.
But when I went there, it was just like, wow, this is the place I want to be. This is what I want to do. And then I did not hesitate. I just said, I'll put myself in a course.
Hello and welcome to Through Our Eyes, the podcast by and for blind and partially sighted students, brought to you by Student Voices Group at Thomas Pocklington Trust. My name's Kate, your host. Each month we'll be sharing real experiences, advice and tips to help you navigate your journey to higher education. From choosing the right university and course to applications, finance and DSA. We'll also dive into the exciting side of student life, making new friends, moving into halls, joining societies and exploring the nightlife. Whatever stage you're at, you're not alone. We're here to support you every step of the way. Today's episode is all about open days.
Yes, so an open day is where a university will invite you to come and view their campus and learn about the subjects of the courses and the material, and you may have a taster of the course. You also learn about the institution and you'd meet and speak with staff and students on the course. An open day is to help you to build your confidence and to help you make the decision for the university and course to study and go to.
So we're now going to hear from some of our student voice volunteers, Sarah, Bilaal, Yanan and Annie, about their experiences of open days when they were looking at and applying for universities.
I went to a university open day knowing that it was going to be my insurance choice, but I still went there looking round and speaking to as many people as I could, be it the disability team, the course academics, the students' union even, so that I could learn more about the societies. And it wasn't as accessible as it could be. Some of the corridors were really narrow and there were too many crowds for me. So I got in touch with the disability team before I attended the open day and said, I'm a visually impaired student, what adjustments can you put in place? And I went to the open day, but then I also came back a few days later to do my own campus tour one-to-one with the student ambassador, which was also really good. And I was originally going to be going to another university, and that university, I can't remember much about the open day, but I do remember there being yellow lines that I could follow, and I remember that being really good. But in the end, I ended up going to the university where I had the individualised campus tour afterwards, Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge. And honestly, it was the best decision I've ever made. And the uni were able to make it really accessible for me. And they were able to put adjustments in place for not only the open day, but also for the rest of my uni experience.
That's a really good tip around contacting your university and seeing if they can provide you a one-to-one experience so you can experience the campus without it being as busy as possible. And also it gives you a great opportunity to discuss your accessibility needs and systems that the university have in place, or how they might be able to support you with that transition to university and ensuring whatever course you're studying, wherever you need to be on campus, you're able to get there easily and as independently as you would like as possible.
Yes, so my open day was a very long time ago now, as approaching my final year of uni. But I do remember that it was a very busy environment in the open day, and we learnt about the courses. I studied accounting and finance, learnt all the courses in the business sector. And they showed us an example of the softwares that we'd be using, which kind of, looking back at it now, I wish that they just put it on the projector and I wish they would send me that in an accessible way so I could see it beforehand. For me, I already knew which uni I was going to and which course I was going to study. It was just to me to get a feel of the campus a bit and the staff and the students, as I did speak to a few students and I spoke to the disability team about my DSA support.
Thanks, Bilaal. Some other really helpful tips there. But also it's really important that their course materials and the things that they're showing to you are done in an as accessible way as possible. So, for example, if you know that there's going to be a presentation on the open day, contacting the university to see if you could maybe get that in advance or get it in an accessible format so you're able to understand the information that they're talking you through. Bilaal mentioned software. If you're doing a particular course that's going to require you to use specialist equipment, computer programming, or something that you've maybe not had experience of before, that's a really good opportunity to go and experience it in real life, talk to, again, your lecturers or the people that are going to be supporting you through your course, and understand how you're going to be able to access and navigate that system, or if there's going to need to be adaptations put in place to help you do that successfully. Next up, we're going to hear from Annie.
My experience with open days was a bit random. I decided just to go by curiosity because open days sounds welcoming. But when I went to Arts University Plymouth, it was different. From the moment I arrived, the student ambassadors welcomed me and the space felt calm and safe. So there were teas and coffees. I had a little tour. And then I was taken to go and meet the head of fashion design, and she asked me a few questions. And then after, she showed the displayed sketchbooks from a student year before, and then explained the sewing lab setup. I went straight away to the registry team and I took my chance to register for the course.
That's really interesting. So you accidentally ended up on it.
Yeah, that was random. That was just by curiosity. But and then that was what I was looking for because I was doing my own sewing, little masks and so on. But when I went there, it was just like, wow, this is the place I want to be. This is what I want to do. And then I did not hesitate. I just said, I'll put myself in a course. And then it's gone from there, yeah.
Wow, that's so brilliant to hear. So if, like Annie, you're unsure about any university or a particular course, sometimes it's just worth taking a chance and going and exploring different things. Even if you're not 100% set on that particular university, sometimes it's worth going, speaking to people, discussing the different courses and the skill set or the career that you're interested in doing, just to get a bit of a sense for it, see if it's the right environment for you. I always think it's really helpful to make decisions such as, do you want to be on a campus university or more in a city university? Do you want to be close to this coast? Do you want to be close to more rural areas? Do you want to be somewhere that's close to where you currently live or isn't too far away? So open days really give you a good sense of what it might be like to be there and how easy it is to get to different places. Next up, we're going to hear from Yanan, who's an international student. So she has a slightly different experience of open days.
I have never had a chance to join the open day at university because as an international student, we usually have no chance to go in advance to join the open day. But for master students and PhD students, they usually have induction week for the first week of an academic year. So university will host a range of events. You can go to browse around what the society is doing, and you will know what the student union would provide. Also for the international student, it's better to take a brochure from the event counter. They will introduce you what facilities university can offer, and when you need some urgent help, where you can go for help. And you can also look around the societies. You can make new friends there.
Thanks, Shannon. Also really helpful for international students. But equally, if you get in a place through clearing or something like that, and you've not had the option to attend an open day previously, they will still have support there in place at the start of the term. Also, if you've changed your mind or you didn't have the opportunity to go to an open day, reach out to the university, a bit like Sarah was saying at the start, and see if they can offer you a one-to-one kind of tour of the campus or your particular department and the facilities that are there. They often have student ambassadors as well as staff who might be able to facilitate and make that happen. Before we wrap up this episode, we're just going to hear from all the students again about what their top tips and main takeaway piece of advice would be.
So my piece of advice would be to embrace it and talk to as many people as possible, because university is going to go by very quickly. And trust me, I know because I've just graduated and it feels like it was only yesterday that I started. But talk to as many people as you can. be it accommodation, societies, because university isn't just about the studying, it's about getting the whole picture. So having a visual impairment, it hasn't held me back in anything. Yes, it has presented additional challenges, but university is about trying new things and having different opportunities. And I feel like without my visual impairment, some of the opportunities that I've had while being at uni wouldn't have been possible. So having a visual impairment doesn't always have to be a barrier. In some cases, it can even be a strength.
A piece of advice I'd give is to tell the university about your disability, because the university are there to help you. They are there for your support and needs. That's why we have the system set up of disabled student allowance. The university staff and students are friendly and welcoming and understand your needs and support. It's not about the sight you lose, it's about the vision you have.
I would advise talking to the course staff how they support accessibility, because I never ask that. Also, it's good to take a friend with you, because I took a chance to go and then made my decision just on everything I've seen, and then that was it. But in the future, I would like maybe more time and someone with me, and also bring what helps so you can read information, maybe a portable magnifier. But I never regret, because it's the best university ever.
My advice would be for international students, just step out your comfort zone. Once you decide you want to study abroad and you want to go to a new place, new country, why not to try something you have never tried before? And while you are in your induction week, try to join some society and to meet some new friends.
So I hope you enjoyed that episode and hearing from all of our student voices. I feel like they've given some really helpful advice and key points for you to consider when you're looking at open days for possible universities and courses that you're interested in. Thank you for listening to Through Our Eyes, created by visually impaired students for visually impaired students. I'm Kate, and it's been great sharing this episode with you. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Blue Sky. Just search for Thomas Pocklington Trust to stay up to date with new episodes and resources, as well as information about our exciting events and other opportunities. If you'd like more tailored guidance, you can reach out to Thomas Pocklington Trust's Education, Information, Advice and Guidance Service for one-to-one advice for anything to do with your education and studies. You can contact them by heading to our website and completing a short web form. You can also contact them via email on educationadvice@pocklington.org.uk, or you can give us a call on 0203 757 8040. Our services are available Monday to Friday 9 till 5, with our phone line available 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Outside of these phone line hours, you'll be asked to leave a name, number and a short message, and a member of our team will return your call. Until next time, good luck on your journey, and remember, your student voice matters.